They slept like a fucking baby, dude.
Me too.
Nice. This time we explore Anza Borrego. This hill we're going up is Fonts Point. It was actually my first time seeing this.
Let's see what this looks like. Wow.
I forgot that you haven't been here. Yeah, I haven't been here. So I'm the only one that's been here.
This is amazing. So this is what it looks like.
So yeah, you can see more of the mountains.
From the main road, it's called Fonts Point Trail Junction. Getting there, you're going to end up driving through these washboard roads. I'd recommend having a four-wheel drive because otherwise the sand can get really loose. We were taking a short break right when we got to the trailhead, and that's when we saw this other car come by. Now it is possible to get stuck because there's loose sand everywhere.
Oh no.
In this case, this was a front-wheel drive car.
Next to your spare? Spare. Yeah.
We would have towed them out, but unfortunately they were missing the tow hook.
Yeah, the tow hook's gone.
So we had to find other ways to get them out. Eventually it worked.
There we go. Yay!
No. This guy's been there for hours.
After helping them out, we got everybody back in the cars. Then we continued forward to Fonts Point. Another option instead of driving on this road is actually just parking and then hiking all the way through. It's actually not that bad of a hike and it's relatively flat. You'll know when you get near because of the signs, and also a lot of cars are parked. You should be able to follow the signs to be able to get to the parking lot area, and it gets kind of crowded. So here's a small preview of Fonts Point. After that wonderful view, we decided to move to the next spot, which is called Fish Creek. Getting there requires you to backtrack and then take the highway and continue south. It's located south of Fonts Point and requires you to go on the highway. The majority of the dirt roads you're going to be driving on are probably washboards, just like this one. In that case, I actually recommend you to air down. It gets to a certain point where it does get a bit rocky. I was also surprised by how many people were actually here. It made looking for a campsite a little bit more difficult, so we couldn't actually get to the ones we were planning to get to. But after driving around, we eventually found a spot.
That's a nice spot.
The area we found was hidden and required you to drive up an incline.
There's a rock. Yeah, you're fine, you're fine.
On this trip, we had a Lexus GX, a Toyota Tacoma, and a Toyota 4Runner. Once we got our vehicles parked, we started setting up camp.
Yes, sir. Did you want it?
Maybe.
It's like a blow-up one.
I mean, I brought one too, but
We were talking about airbeds.
Yeah. I don't think it's going anywhere.
oh, pool is all tangled up.
When we finally finished setting up camp, we had dinner, started a fire, and just hung out for the rest of the night.
It's good with whiskey.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah.
Hi, poo-poo.
Does she eat napkins? She doesn't.
The next morning, we were able to see what our campsite looks like. These are all tents from Desert Overland Supply. The chairs, table, and shade were also from them. These are pretty unique tents made out of canvas. The material is actually very breathable, and it's very durable too. It insulates heat pretty well, and I was able to run a heater the whole night. So after that quick walk around, I started the morning with coffee.
Have to catch this. That makes sense. We did that at Yosemite. She actually stayed pretty close.
Look at that, it's on.
Wow!
After coffee, it was time for breakfast.
Just play with it, record stuff.
Check it out.
It was really cool. Yeah, just move it around.
It was my turn to cook, and I was making breakfast burritos for everyone. After breakfast, we went on a nearby hike to the Wind Caves. We didn't stay for long, but this place has pretty cool rock formations.
Hey, what? Hey, everything's downhill. You're on now.
After the hike, we packed up and started to make our way back home. The road leaving looks completely different during the daytime. It's actually pretty magical. This is just a small portion of Anza Borrego. There's still so much more to look at. Hopefully we could visit more next time. Thank you for watching.